Just before we begin, a little something for the grown-ups. We've launched the Zeepy Sleep Club, a cosy new place to enjoy all our episodes ad-free, with no intros, just gentle stories from start to finish, and extra long endings that fade into dreamy, ambient sleep sounds to help your little one nod off to sleep. You'll also get extra dreamy sleep soundscapes and wind-down music, perfect for helping little ones prepare for bed and drift off peacefully. And for a limited time, it's just £3 or $3 a month. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, you can subscribe directly in the app with a 3-day free trial. If you're listening anywhere else, you'll find the link in the show notes. Alright, let's begin. Hello dear friends, and welcome to the Zeepy Sleep Podcast. Tonight's story is called The Sleepy Bell That Wouldn't Ring. This story is made to be played while winding down, when your Zeepy clock glows purple, that quiet time before bed when the day slows down and the world grows gentle again. In this adventure, Kip the Kitty notices something unusual at the Moonbeam Café. The little brass bell above the door has fallen silent. As golden afternoon light turns to evening blue, Kip listens carefully, understands deeply, and finds the gentlest way to help, teaching us all that sometimes the kindest thing we can do is simply rest. This story helps children notice when they feel tired, practice kindness towards themselves and others, and learn that pausing is something to feel good about, not something to fear. If these stories are part of your bedtime routine, you can follow or subscribe to the podcast so they're always ready when the night falls. And a quiet rating or review helps us share these gentle stories with more sleepy families. Thank you for being here. Now let's settle in together. A cozy blanket, a deep breath, and a story to end the day. The afternoon sun poured through the windows of the Moonbeam Cat Café, painting everything warm and golden. The cafe was full of gentle voices, families sharing pots of tea, children choosing biscuits from the glass case, an elderly woman reading by the window with a cup of sleepy tea steaming beside her. Kip the Kitty moved between the tables with quiet grace, her spotted fur catching the light. She refilled the honey jar at table 3. She brought a fresh napkin to the family by the window. She smiled as a little boy carefully carried his mug of warm milk to his mother, his face very serious and careful. The cafe had been busy today, busier than usual. So many visitors, so many hellos and goodbyes, so many moments of the door swinging open, the bell above it ringing out its bright, cheerful chime. When the morning's first customer arrived, when the lunch crowd came and went. All afternoon, as people stepped in from the cold, stamping snow from their boots, sighing with relief at the cafe's warmth, the bell had sung all day long. Now the golden light was fading, turning the world outside soft and blue. The last customer, a kind-faced man in a grey scarf, finished his tea and stood, tucking his chair in carefully. "Thank you, Kip," he said, giving Kip a gentle stroke. "Wonderful as always." Kip gave a warm purr. The man smiled, pulled on his coat and opened the door. The cold evening air slipped in. The door swung wide. And silence. No chime, no ring, not even the smallest ting. The man didn't notice. He stepped out into the twilight, the door closing softly behind him with only the gentle click of the latch, the little part that closes the door. But Kip noticed. Her whispers twitched. Her ears turned toward the door. She tilted her head, green eyes soft with wondering. She set down the teacup she'd been holding and walked softly across the wooden floor, her paws barely making a sound. The cafe was quiet now, empty of visitors, just Kip and the last golden light of day, and the tables waiting to be cleared. A faint scent of dough still floated in the air from the afternoon's baking. She looked up. Above the doorframe, hanging from a ribbon of deep purple velvet, was the cafe's little brass bell. It had been there as long as Kip could remember. Every time someone opened the door, the bell would ring, a bright, cheerful chime that said hello, or welcome back, or come in, friend, you're just in time. But now, looking at it closely, Kip saw something different. The bell's brass surface looked a little duller, as if its shine had softened. It hung slightly crooked on its ribbon, drooping like tired shoulders after a very long day.
"Hello, little bell,"
Kip whispered. The bell did not ring. Kip felt something warm and gentle in her chest. Not worry, but noticing. She knew that feeling. The feeling of having given and given until there was nothing left to give.
"It's quiet now,"
Kip said softly.
"That's all right. Even bells need little rests."
She crossed to the corner and pulled over the sturdy wooden stool she used to reach the highest shelves. Carefully, she climbed up, one paw at a time, the stool making a soft little creak under her weight, until her eyes were level with the bell. This close, she could see tiny scratches along its brass curve, places where it had rung and rung day after day, month after month, always helping, always there for everyone who came through the door.
"Are you feeling tired?"
Kip asked gently, reaching out one soft paw. For a moment, there was only the hush of evening, the soft tick of the clock on the mantel, the faint rustle of leaves outside the window. Everything was very still, and then the bell trembled. Just the smallest quiver, like a leaf shivering in a gentle wind. And Kip felt the bell wanted to tell her something. She felt as clearly as she felt the warmth of the sun, or the softness of her favourite cushion. The bell had worked so hard. It had rung for every visitor, every hello, every goodbye. And today it simply couldn't anymore. It was warm, not cold like metal should be, but warm.
"You've been so kind,"
Kip said quietly.
"You've been here for everyone who's ever come through that door. You've made this cafe feel like home."
The bell gave another tiny tremble, and Kip felt a wave of something soft, like a happy thank you feeling, warm and quiet. Kip was quiet for a moment, thinking. She thought about how she felt at the end of a long day, tired, but good. She thought about how even the forest friends, the rabbits and hedgehogs and sleepy owls, knew when it was time to settle. They would curl up in their nests soon, breathing slowly, letting the night hold them. Even when you love what you do, you need to stop sometimes. That's okay. You need to rest. You need to rest.
Even the littlest helpers need to pause sometimes.
Kip said softly, almost to herself.
We all need pauses, and that's a good thing.
She looked at the bell with so much tenderness.
Maybe you need to rest.
The words floated in the air like a soft hug. The bell's trembling stilled, and though it didn't speak again, Kip felt something shift, like feeling lighter, like feeling better inside. Kip looked around the cafe, at the glowing lamps, the soft chairs, the tables still holding crumbs from the day's treats. The cafe didn't need a chime to be welcoming. It could be gentle in a different way. And Kip knew just what to do. She hopped down from the stool and walked over to the wooden chest near the window, the one where she kept her sewing things. Inside, folded carefully among spools of thread and patches of fabric, was something she'd been working on for weeks. A banner. Soft, cream-coloured cloth with a crescent moon sewn in silver thread at the centre, and scattered all around it dozens of tiny stars, some with long trailing tails, some clustered together like friends. Kip lifted the banner gently and carried it back to the door. She climbed the stool once more and hung the banner on a small brass hook just beside the door frame, where it could catch the evening breeze. The moment she let go, the banner swayed. Not a ring, but a soft swishing sound. A gentle whisper of fabric moving in the air, greeting the world in its own quiet way. A gentle whisper of fabric moving in the air, greeting the world in its own quiet way. The bell, still resting above the door, seemed to watch, and for the first time all evening, it looked peaceful.
There.
Kip murmured.
Now everyone will know they're still welcome.
But Kip wasn't quite finished yet. She paused for a moment, remembering something soft and blue tucked in her pocket. From her apron, she pulled out a tiny scrap of blue fabric, soft as a cloud, left over from one of the cafe cushions. She reached up with both paws and draped the blue cloth around the bell's brass curve, tucking it gently into place like a blanket. A soft blanket, as gentle as a bedtime song.
There.
She whispered again, her voice full of tenderness.
Now you can rest as long as you need.
The bell sighed. It was a sound so small and so full, feeling lighter, and that happy thank you feeling woven together. A warm, soft feeling, like finally letting go. And then, just before the last bit of daylight slipped away, the bell hummed. Not a bright chime, not a call or a greeting, but a low, soft sound. Deep and warm and gently vibrating in the stillness. A soft bedtime song. One last gift before sleep. Kip felt it in her chest, like a purr she hadn't made herself. She closed her eyes for just a moment, letting the sound fill the space between her heartbeat and her breath. When the hum faded, the world felt softer. She stepped down from the stool, her paws landing very, very quietly on the wooden floor. She looked up one more time at the bell, now wrapped in blue and resting peacefully on its purple velvet ribbon. Then she looked at the banner, swaying gently beside it. Different, yes, but not less, just softer. Night was settling over the Moonbeam Cat Café like a soft, starry blanket. The lamps inside glowed warm and yellow. The tables gleamed. The cushions waited patient and plump for tomorrow's visitors. Kip gave a tiny yawn, the kind that makes your whispers stretch and your eyes squeeze shut for just a second. She padded over to her favourite spot, the wide window seat overlooking the starlight forest, and curled herself into a soft, warm ball. She tucked her paws beneath her chin and looked out at the first stars beginning to appear, one by one, like tiny sleepy lights being lit across the sky. She thought about the bell, about how it had rung and rung, always there, always helping, until at last it needed to rest, just like everyone does. And how sometimes the kindest thing we can do for a bell, for a friend, for ourselves, is to let go. Be still. Be quiet. The cafe felt different tonight, but it didn't feel less welcoming. It felt like rest. Kip's eyes grew heavy, and she let them close halfway, watching the stars blur into soft smudges of light. Somewhere in the forest, creatures were settling into their nests. Somewhere above, the moon was beginning to rise, patient as always. And here, in the Moonbeam Cat Café, a little brass bell slept beneath a blue blanket, knowing it had done enough, knowing it was loved, knowing it could rest. Let's take one more soft breath together. Now the Moonbeam Café is just right for resting, and everyone inside feels safe and calm. If you're listening by yourself tonight, imagine Kip curling up beside you, soft and warm, right where you are. Kip's whiskers twitched in a smile she didn't have to try for. She was as calm as a sleeping kitten, her heart doing a happy little purr inside.
When the sun rests,
she whispered to the stars,
we can rest too.
You are safe. You are loved. The bell is resting. The stars are watching. The forest is breathing. And you, little one, are exactly where you belong. Everything good is close by. Good night, little bell. Good night, Moonbeam Café. Good night.